Would you think AVD was better if we just... If so, you're not the only one. Over the last few months, all of you, like half of the internet, have commented that in one way or another, you don't like the cloud. Genuinely shocking to me. I did not expect that. Clearly, we need to talk about it. Why is the cloud so complex? And why is it so expensive? Do you really have to trust Microsoft with all of your data? And can our business even function and compete today if we just turned off the cloud? Because surely we don't need to ship all of our workloads offsite. I mean, I like hearing the hum of the data center in the morning, don't you? Like seriously, wouldn't it just be better if we just, Hi, I'm Dean. I'm an Azure engineer and 11-year Microsoft veteran, and I've helped customers all over the world design and build and implement cloud environments. And in this video, we're going to find out if you actually do like AVD better without the cloud. Let's go. Now, these are all of the components that make AVD work. The host pool, app group, and workspace are actually completely free.
Did you say free?
And there's no customer data that lives inside any of those, so far so good. But then we have the session host, and this is where the problem is. They are Azure virtual machines. They store data. Running them costs money, and if you don't right size them, it costs a lot of money. But you can't have AVD without them, or can we? I mean, the AVD agent can be installed on any modern Windows OS, so if we just take our VMs out of the cloud and run them on-prem, they'd be free. Well, I mean, not free. I mean, you had to buy the hardware and pay for the licenses and the electricity to run them, but they don't cost anything new. And here's how you do it. First, in the AVD portal, we need to create a new host pool, and we'll just run through this quick. Subscription, resource group, name, pick your region, enable validation environment like you should for all preview features. Then the app group type and the pool type, they can be whatever you want. Just don't use the session host configuration, it's not supported yet. And then we have the load balancer and the session limit. Click next, and we are going to completely skip creating any VM session host because they're going to be on-prem. For the workspace, you can use any new or existing one that you like. On the management screen, this is important. You need to check the box for managed identity and choose System Assign. Then enable the diagnostics like you always do, and click next, add your tags, and create. So far, everything is exactly the same, just without any session hosts. And this is where it gets weird. Today, Windows 11 Multi-session is not supported in AVD Hybrid. So if you want Windows 11 Multi-session, then spam the comments, and Microsoft does take feedback seriously, so let them know. Now, let's get personal here. Back on-prem, you have a physical server or a hypervisor. You want to create a Windows 11 enterprise system, and I'll do it in Hyper-V. You can use whatever hypervisor platform you want. Oh, and Windows 11 VMs do need to be hybrid joined for this to work. Back in Azure, search for Azure Arc. Go to Machines on the left, then click here and onboard an existing machine. Pick your subscription, resource group, and region, then scroll down. Uncheck the box for SQL since we're not using that. The public endpoint will connect over the internet on port 443, and the private endpoint will keep traffic on your ExpressRoute or VPN, so you obviously need one of those to use it. Same thing for the proxy. And at the bottom here, we want to use manual auth at this time, and then click next. These tags are for Azure Arc specifically, and at the bottom are the normal Azure tags, so fill them out as you usually do, and click next. Here is the script, which you can copy and then go to your Windows 11 VM, open PowerShell as an administrator, paste it in and run, and then you'll be prompted to authenticate. And once that is all done, you'll find a new Arc VM machine in the portal. Now, to make this a personal session host, we need one more thing. But first, let's talk about multi-session. For that, you'll have to use Windows Server 2025. Now, you can use the same exact script, or just look down here by the clock. Arc is already here in Windows Server, so you can just right-click and launch, and then click Configure, select your cloud, and then sign in to Azure. Click Next, then select your Enter ID tenant, subscription, resource group, and region, and that's where you want the Azure Arc VM object to live. Click Next, then go back to Azure, and there in the Arc virtual machines, you're all set to go. Now here's the component to make any of them into session hosts. And we can do this with some code. Now I've made variables here for the Arc resource group, machine name, region, and then the host pool and the host pool's resource group name. And here, this is a cute little bit of code to generate a new registration token from the host pool. And then we have the Arc extension command. So just inject all of the variables that you need, and that'll go by pretty fast. Then we can go back to the AVD portal, to the pool, check out the session host, and we have our on-prem VMs right here, which means you've got AVD without any of the downsides of the cloud that we talked about. And everything works just like AVD always has, including FSLogix. And as for FSLogix, you will have to install that agent in your on-prem host and then configure it to use a local file share. And of course, there's a whole lot of best practices on how to set that up. So let's talk about today's limitations for AVD Hybrid. Windows 11 Enterprise are not supported as physical computers, and at this point in the preview, you can't mix hosts in your pools. It's got to either be Azure or Azure Arc Hybrid, but who knows, that might change in the future. Another limit today, Azure cannot deploy or manage any of your on-prem hosts. That's still a function of your hypervisor. However, that is where Microsoft's AVD Hybrid launch partners do come in. And that would be Nerdio, Login VSI, and Nutanix. Now, Nutanix is a hypervisor platform, and they have partnered with Nerdio with this integration. Your Nutanix cluster will be linked into Nerdio Manager, and then Nerdio will be able to provision your VMs in Nutanix, which all sounds kind of cool. And something that you should definitely take a look at, and I've got my video here over on the Nerdio channel just for you. So happy learning.